everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of ONTV News. I'm your host, Jessi Agnew. Last Saturday was the annual Maya Mile, held in honor of Lake Orion High School graduate Jeremiah Hargett, a victim of suicide. Participants met at the LOHS track where they learned about the mental illness surrounding suicide and remembered the lives of those lost to suicide. Mary Reyes, organizer of the Maya Mile, as well as Jeremiah's mother, explained the event and why it's so important for the community.
We not only get 1 mile out of this, we do 1 mile for all those that come to support the cause, but then we also do our best mile for Maya, and the support's been phenomenal. Everybody seems to be having a good time. We've got a DJ, and they seem to have turned the track into a dance floor, so that's always fun. We chose to do a run because, well, first of all, Maya graduated from Lake Orion High School. He was on the track and cross country team. That was his specialty. He had a 4.6 minute mile run, and the coaches and teammates got together to form the first Maya Mile a couple of weeks after his passing in memory and honor of him, and I just thought that this was a great way, meaning that we call him Maya. His name is spelled M-I-A-H, and to me that represents mental illness awareness and hope. And that's how the Maya Mile came to be, just so that I can turn my tragedy around and to help others.
Along with the mile run, balloons were released during the starting ceremony. T-shirts and baked goods were also sold. Money raised was donated to Common Ground, a center for help for those who are affected by suicide. Common Ground's crisis line suicide and prevention specialist, Amelia Leto, was at the event. She said that events such as the Maya Mile are very important for understanding suicide in the community.
You know, I think this is a great testament to breaking the stigma around suicide and normalizing it for people that are asking for help and in need of help, and letting them know that we have a community around them to support them. If it's not Common Ground, it's somebody that's at this walk that they can talk to.
Those who are looking for support regarding suicide can contact Common Ground in a variety of ways. The 24-hour crisis line is 800-231-1127. They're also online. The website is commongroundhelps.org. It includes a chat and texting program that is available Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. They also have a walk-in clinic, Oasis, located in Pontiac, where someone is available to talk 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The Orion Township Public Library was a host to a packed house of dedicated summer readers as the summer reading program wound down for another year. The always popular summer reading program came to a close on Saturday, August 17th. Readers were entered into a special drawing if they met their summer reading goals. Readers were buzzing about the chance to win some fun items. Before the drawings, though, the kids on hand were treated to a magic show presented by veteran entertainer Jason Abbott. Abbott had the enthusiastic crowd in stitches for the entire program. Audience participation brought tons of laughs and a couple of oohs and ahs. The show wrapped with our magician escaping from a straitjacket sent to a humorous soundtrack. The parents and kids had a blast. The huge crowd stuck around for the prize drawing conducted by the library staff. Name after name was called and prizes were handed out to thrilled readers. Throughout the summer reading program, prizes were earned as well for reaching a certain number of reading hours completed. So, though there were some sad faces during the drawing, all who participated were awarded for their efforts. Be sure to stay tuned to ONTV News for the upcoming launch of the Township Library's very own TV program. The show will debut this September and showcase all of the activities, classes, and new releases at the library. In today's economy, it can be extremely tough for new businesses to get up and running. Most of their time and energy is spent on day-to-day operations, drumming up new customers and spreading the word about their business. But with less than a month under their belt, Fit Chicks Fitness in Oxford is already doing their part to help out those in need in their community. On Saturday, August 17th, Fit Chicks held a Team Terra benefit and Be the Match bone marrow drive at Strike Boxing Club in Oxford, Michigan. The day was filled with fitness boot camps, raffle prizes, food from local vendors, and tons of other fun activities. All with the intention of raising awareness and money for Be the Match and Tara Revin, an LOHS alumni who was diagnosed with myelodysplastic syndrome and waited on the bone marrow registry for 10 years before finding her match.
We just decided that we needed to get together. We had the opportunity to, the space and the opportunity to run this event, so we got together, came up with this in 2 weeks, and got it together, and it's going to benefit Tara. She'll get half of the proceeds to help cover her medical bills and any other expenses she's accumulated. And then we also are donating money to Be the Match because it costs $100 for each donor that they get on the list. So we want to make sure that we're supporting them as well.
Be the Match has been involved with Tara for a few years, and they were extremely excited to be a part of the benefit.
Tara's been looking for life on the Be the Match registry for over 9 years. She just recently received her bone marrow transplant at Carmano's Hospital in Michigan. So we had a relationship for over 9 years. We've been doing drives, multiple drives for Team Tara. Team Tara also supports our Michigan Mirror Walk, 5K walk, where she have a lot of representation for saving lives. It's not just for her, she does it for anyone who needs a life saving.
To learn more about Be the Match and how to join the registry, visit their website at bethematch.org. For more information on Team Tara and Fit Chicks Fitness, you can contact Jamie Ayers at 248-568-3141 or visit their website at fitchicksbootcamp.com. We're going to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll have a report from Joe Johnson on the Motorsports Hall of Fame ceremony. You are watching ONTV News. Stay tuned.
Orion Township Community Programs invites you to Friendship Park to celebrate Barn Days, Saturday, September 7th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Enjoy games, inflatables, a petting farm, pony rides, food, and fun for the whole family. Take a step back in time during a hayride where you just might get caught up in a skirmish between Civil War soldiers. The cost is $5 per carload and benefits the township's programs and events. Mark the date down in your calendar. Barn Days, September 7th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Friendship Park. For more information, call 248-391-0304, extension 305, or visit oriontownship.org.
Hello everybody and welcome back to ONTV News. I'm Jessi Agnew. Everyone knows Detroit is the Motor City, so it makes perfect sense that downtown Detroit was the location of the 25th Annual Motorsports Hall of Fame induction ceremony. 7 new inductees were welcomed into the Hall of Fame by some of the biggest names in racing. ONTV's Joe Johnson traveled to Detroit for the ceremony and brings us the story.
Celebrating its 25th year of existence, the Motorsports Hall of Fame of America held its 2013 induction ceremony at the Fillmore in downtown Detroit. Past inductees, representing some of the biggest names in racing, were on hand to welcome 7 new members into the hall. The lavish ceremony was emceed by former race car driver and racing commentator David Hobbs.
Tonight we're celebrating a quarter century of recognizing the greatest stars of the most exciting sport on the planet, motor racing.
2013's inductees included Robert Peterson, publisher of Hot Rod Magazine and Motor Trend. He also created the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles. He passed away in 2007. Inducted in the sports car category was Maston Gregory, who was the first American to compete on a consistent basis on the European-dominated Grand Prix circuit. He passed away in 1985. Inducted in the historic category was a name familiar to most Americans. Harvey Firestone was recognized for his contributions to not only racing, but to the automotive world in general. His tires were on each of the winning cars at the Indy 500 for an incredible 47 consecutive years. His success on the racetrack resulted in sales to the average consumer. His motto was, "Win on Sunday, sell on Monday." Firestone passed away in 1938. Jack Chrisman was recognized in the drag racing category, not only for his success behind the wheel in the 70s, but his countless innovations on and off the track. Chrisman passed away in 1989 at the young age of 61. Brad Lackey was inducted in the motorcycles category. He was the first American to win a motocross world championship in 1977 and broke down barriers for American riders overseas.
I'm very proud of that, being from Northern California and having that many people in this hall that are great racers that I looked up to my whole career. And I just want to say thank you to Ron. You did a great job. You really walked us through this, and without you, it would be very difficult. And I really appreciate all the help from you and all the volunteers and sponsors and everybody that's going, doing all the work to make this happen. This is a beautiful thing, and I hope to come back again and again. Thank you.
In the stock car category, Bud Moore wasn't recognized for his driving abilities, but for his skill under the hood. As a mechanic and car owner, he managed an incredibly successful career on the Trans Am circuit and NASCAR.
It's been great being in the racing business and all the years that I was and all this. And I want to thank all the guys that's here tonight, the drivers that I drove for me all the years and this and that. And it's a good thing to know because being inducted in this Hall of Fame, I got to meet a lot of people I hadn't saw in about 15 or 20 years. And that's been real thrilling to me to meet all these people. And I want to thank everybody here as far as the Motorsports Hall of Fame of America. That it's been a real honor to be drafted into this organization. And I'm real proud to be part of it. And I'm looking forward for over the years to be back and celebrate this organization. Thank you.
And finally, Alex Zanardi was inducted into the Hall of Fame in the open wheel category. He came to America from Italy after being signed by Chip Ganassi to race in IndyCar. He earned Rookie of the Year in 1996 and won the championship 2 years in a row. After losing his legs in an accident in 2001, Zanardi was an inspiration to others, continuing to race with prosthetic legs and hand controls. He also became a gold medalist in hand cycling.
The best driver does simply not exist. You have to accept the idea that every driver is very, very talented, and if you wanna end up on Sunday afternoon happy, you got to do a better job in building your weekend, working really well with your team, in trying to squeeze every ounce of performance out of the race car. And well, the only way I know to do this is, surrounding myself with people that can become my family, my friends. And in this respect, I have to thank once more all the people that were involved with the Target Chip Ganassi Racing program in those years. But again, as I said, the fans, the sponsor, Halspire, and all the friends at Firestone, all the friends at Honda, at Target, Chip Ganassi, who gave me a very incredible opportunity, my family, and last but not least, since I was speaking about friendship, about loyalty, about support, a gentleman who would certainly be here with his camera taking pictures if he hadn't passed away 3 days ago, named Floyd Ganassi, who I'd like to dedicate this prize. And well, there's not much other to say other than thank you again. It's a great honor for me to be here. Thank you.
In Detroit, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.
Thanks, Joe. For more information on the Motorsports Hall of Fame of America, visit their website at mshf.com, where you can see their complete list of inductees over the past 25 years. According to a recent Harris poll, which surveyed over 2,000 adults online, golf is falling in popularity among Americans. A big reason for golf's decline in popularity, many believe it's the decline in participation among young people. Paint Creek Country Club in Lake Orion is doing their part to keep young club members interested in the sport of golf with the Junior Golf Program. The program runs for 9 weeks and teaches youngsters aged between 7 and 17 the fundamentals of golf. Kids are separated into 1 of 4 groups depending on their technical ability, beginning with the 5-hole group for beginners all the way up to an advanced 9-hole group for more experienced golfers. Program coordinator Greg Kwasik has been involved for 14 years, and he's seen the program grow by leaps and bounds.
I've been involved for about 14 years, and it was started before then. Steve Vickery, who is now the general manager, was the one that originally started the junior golf program here at Paint Creek. And since then, we have had a number of golf professionals all taken it on and embellished it somewhat. When I first started, there were about 40 youngsters in the program. Today we have about 110. So the program has grown substantially over the number of years that it's existed.
The junior golf program yields much more than just technical results. The kids also walk away with some important life values associated with the game.
Our program overall is basically not only to learn the skills of golf, but to be able to have the integrity and honesty that goes with the golf game in general. So we've tried to stress the equilateral triangle as the keys to success: attitude, enthusiasm, and knowledge. And a combination of those 3 can provide a successful program, not only for the youngsters, but for ourselves as golf staff and as the coordinator of the program in itself.
The program is coming to an end for this season, but things will pick up again next summer. To learn more, visit Paint Creek Country Club's website at paintcreekgolf.com or call them at 248-693-4695. The LOHS football season is finally here, and the season kicked off with the annual Green and White Night. On August 16th, family, friends, and fans of the LOHS football teams gathered at Dragon Stadium for an inter-squad showdown put on by the Parents Encouraging Players Positively Club. All 3 levels of LOHS football participated with the varsity squad scrimmaging under the lights at 8 p.m. The theme for this year's team is We Are. Coach Bell recently stopped by the ONTV studio for the Dragon football preview show and talked about the impact of We Are.
The theme is actually We Are. You know, LO is a given. LO is there are certain things that we stand for as a football program, as a school, as a community. That's Lake Orion, so we'll always be Lake Orion. But We Are is an unanswered question. And sometimes, especially teams following a great year, those teams are very quick to anoint themselves. You know, they hang on to what had happened last year, but they forget the work that went into that. So right now, we are an unanswered question. We are. We don't know what we are. That's yet to be determined. And we're not going to anoint ourselves. We will be what people will say about us. So when we get done playing people, then we'll know who we are. So the whole thing is, it's an unanswered question. And also, it's hard to see, but if on one of the sleeves it says choose. That's the other part of it, is it's not by chance. We will be who we choose to be. And that's based on our work ethic, how we play, our preparation. So we have a choice in this. We can be who we want to be based on the choices we make. So that's where the whole theme comes in. We've got a lot of guys competing for positions. So if they want to be the starter, then be the best guy. How do you be the best guy? Play the best. How do you play the best? Practice the hardest. Do what you need to do. You can make those choices, and that will determine who we are.
You can catch the Dragon football preview show in its entirety on our YouTube channel. Visit orionontv.org and click on the YouTube link. The regular season begins on August 30th when the Dragons travel across town to take on the Oxford Wildcats. ONTV will be on hand to cover the Oxford game plus all regular home games this season. Stay tuned to ONTV for more information. That's it for this edition of ONTV News. On behalf of the entire crew, I'm Jessi Agnew. Thanks for watching.